In this video, we will learn what is a quadratic equation and how to solve quadratic equations by factoring. So what is a quadratic equation? A quadratic equation is an equation of the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, where a, b, and c are real numbers, a not equal to 0, and x is the variable. We call this the standard form. In other words, a quadratic equation is a polynomial equation in which the highest degree of the variable is 2. For example, x squared minus 5x plus 6 equals 0 is a quadratic equation. In this case, we can see that a is 1, b is negative 5, and c is 6. 1/2 x squared minus 3 over 2x minus 2 equals 0 is a quadratic equation. In this case, the coefficients are fractions. 9x minus x squared equals 18 is a quadratic equation. In this case, it is not written in standard form, but we can see that it is a polynomial equation and the highest degree of the variable is 2. An example of a non-quadratic equation is x cubed plus x equals 10. This is not a quadratic equation because the highest degree of the variable is 3. Now, how do we solve a quadratic equation? There are 3 methods: solving by factoring, by completing the square, or by quadratic formula. In this video, we will focus on solving by factoring. Let's say we have x squared minus 5x plus 6 equals 0. Now notice that we can factor this trinomial and write this as x minus 2 times x minus 3 equals 0. Now, if you do not know how to factor trinomials, you can watch this video. Now, to solve this, we will use the zero product property. The zero product property states that if a times b equals 0, then a equals 0 or b equals 0. Now, using the zero product property, we have x minus 2 equals 0 or x minus 3 equals 0. Now, solving these two linear equations, we have x equals 2 or x equals 3. So therefore, x equals 2 or x equals 3 is the solution of the equation. Now let's say we have 2x squared minus 7x plus 5 equals 0. Notice that we can factor this trinomial and write this as 2x minus 5 times x minus 1 equals 0. Now if you do not know how to factor this trinomial, you can watch this video. Now using the zero product property, we have 2x minus 5 equals 0 or x minus 1 equals 0. Solving these two linear equations, we have x equals 5 over 2 or x equals 1. So therefore, x equals 5 over 2 or x equals 1 is the solution of the equation. Now let's say we have 1 over 4 x squared minus x minus 3 equals 0. Now in this case, one of the coefficients is a fraction. Let us try to eliminate the fraction to make it look easier. To do this, we multiply both sides of the equation by 4. So we have 4 times 1 over 4 x squared minus x minus 3 equals 4 times 0. Now this becomes x squared minus 4x minus 12 equals 0. Now we can factor this trinomial and write x plus 2 times x minus 6 equals 0. Using the zero product property, we have x plus 2 equals 0 or x minus 6 equals 0. Solving these two linear equations, we have x equals negative 2 or x equals 6. So therefore, x equals negative 2 or x equals 6 is the solution of the equation. Now lastly, let's say we have 9x minus x squared equals 18. Since this is not written in standard form, we have to rearrange the equation. We can start by rewriting it as negative x squared plus 9x equals 18. Since the right-hand side has to be 0, we subtract 18 from both sides and write negative x squared plus 9x minus 18 equals 0. Now we eliminate the negative coefficient of x squared by multiplying both sides by negative 1. So we have x squared minus 9x plus 18 equals 0. Now we factor this trinomial and write x minus 3 times x minus 6 equals 0. By zero product property, we have x minus 3 equals 0 or x minus 6 equals 0. Solving these two linear equations, we have x equals 3 or x equals 6. So therefore, x equals 3 or x equals 6 is the solution of the equation. So now you know what is a quadratic equation and how to solve quadratic equations by factoring. Thanks for watching.